Well, Jen, we're here at the end. We're just about ready to release the videos. So I'm very excited about it. What do you feel?
I am so excited. Everything is coming together. It's like after a year of working on this project, I feel very good about it, and it's really exciting.
So let's talk about it. Let's tell what's happening. So we started teaching salsa many years ago, and we found out that there are some better ways of teaching salsa than others.
It's true, and it becomes more obvious every day, doesn't it?
Yeah,
every time you look
is.
at other instructional videos out there, and not that people don't offer good stuff, but it's just the way that it's offered, and that's what we think is really special and unique about what we've got going on. So
after years and years of teaching salsa, then I decided the best way to do this, so that every move doesn't seem to be a brand new move, is to figure out what are the basic elements in all salsa dancing. And I came up with simply 10, actually pretty simple elements.
Really simple.
That are the foot patterns for everything you do in salsa.
Can you believe it? 10.
Yeah.
So many.
So we just, we began to analyze all kinds of salsa moves, and it's like, wow, this is really true. So that seemed like a really great way of teaching salsa. So if you just simply start element at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and start working on those, then new dancers to salsa can say, this is not that difficult. I really understand how we're progressing.
It's really digestible. 10 elements. I can do that.
Yeah. And you get the first 4 like right away. So these are
definitely.
just basic rhythm patterns. So what we then did is to analyze these very carefully and realize that if you teach really good technique, and style always goes with technique, and get that in people's bodies through repetition, then that technique really carries you through the entire dancing experience.
So true.
So that you can really enjoy dancing instead of sort of thinking, oh my God, how do you do this? Or what am I supposed
What's
to be doing?
the move combination we did in class? I can't remember.
Or just stumbling around with your footwork when it's not done well. So what we did then is put together a series of videos. We have 9 instructional videos to this point, and the first 7 of them actually cover all 10 of these basic elements. So in these videos, you learn the technique and the style that's associated with every one of these elements, so that you really have that as a skill you're building in your body that becomes ingrained in your sensory motor patterns, and then you can spend all of your time figuring out how to do variations and style and combinations and so forth, without having to think, am I doing this turn right? Is my footwork right, and so forth. So
for example, if you just pick one element, the right turn, learn the right turn pattern perfectly so that you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's something that just happens in your body automatically. Get that down, and then see on our right turns video, we offer tons of moves and variations on that video. And that's how each one of these elements is taught to you. Here's the fundamentals, get those in your body, and then variations. And there's one other really secret ingredient that is going to take you guys to a whole nother level of your dancing.
are you talking about the Salsa Connection?
I
Oh
sure
yeah. So a little bit of background there. I taught for moves classes for years. And when I would, it would seem like everybody was getting the move, and then I'd go out and watch my students dance, and everything seemed sort of clunky, and they would have to kind of hunt up people in my class to do the moves. And I realized, no, they're not really learning this move somehow. And I realized that was because they didn't really have a connection with their partner. And I realized that the connection with the partner was more fundamental and more important than any kind of move you could possibly do.
Well, and more magical.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's like the juicy inside of the salsa dance. I mean, salsa is known for its passion and flavor, and it's really, it really comes from your ability to connect with your partner. And that is in how you communicate through touch and body language and eye contact, and how you dance to the music, and how you feel in your own body, and how that relates to your partners. And it's fun, and it's joyful, and it's expressive, and it's amazing. I mean, it's really magical.
Yeah, so we figured out how this works, and it's part of what we call the lead follow, because it's not simply a lead dragging a follow around, but follows get equal attention because they have to have the same connectivity skills as the lead has. So we're teaching on one whole video. We simply do a careful breakdown of what is the Salsa Connection, and then give you tips and drills and exercises to build up that skill so that it's something you can really depend on when you're dancing.
I think that's a really key element, this skill, because people are not going to just get it, I don't think. Well, some people do, but not everybody. And so it's something that you have to begin to understand and then practice on a regular basis when you go dancing and develop and improve your skills.
That's right. So if you think of the 10 basic elements and the Salsa Connection, these are the fundamentals. They're like strings on a guitar. If you learn guitar, then there's just certain strings, and then everything is building up combinations. But it takes practice and repetition and continuing working on that. But it also takes really good instruction, so you know what is good technique. You get tips on how to avoid making common errors.
Sure.
We do tons of that, and then we provide skill drills so that you really do know that you're actually learning.
Yeah, Sam always says in class that the skill drills keep you honest, and I think that's a good way of looking at it, because if a follow is guessing what her lead's going to do, and the lead does one of these skill drills where he starts out with one move and then changes to another, and she gets caught red-handed, then everybody has to take a step back and be like, okay, I'm really going to follow, and you're really going to lead.
Exactly, and it really works. The
does
results are amazing. So let's summarize this really quickly. So we have 7 videos that present the 10 moves.
Right.
On each video, we break down the technique, and the technique has elements of style.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Then, after we introduce the basic patterns, then there's like tons of variations.
And move combinations. So you learn how to build. You get your 10 basic building blocks, and then you learn how to put them on top of each other and combine them. And all of it is done with the Salsa Connection, and that's going to help you improve your flow, and it makes everything smooth, and your connectivity build, and your confidence build, and it helps you to create that magical, amazing feeling in all of your moves. Whether you're a beginner and you have your 4 basic moves and all the move patterns that go with it, or if you're an advanced dancer and you're trying to really come up with nice move combinations and really improve your move repertoire. And lots of advanced dancers kind of get into these plateaus where they're not learning and they're stuck in patterns, and they go out dancing and they can only pull off a certain amount of moves, or they just want to get more moves. This method is a really great way for people to use that as a tool to break down and get more moves and improve even further their dancing skills.
So it's very systematic, it's very ordered, it's explained really thoroughly. People get it. Our students in our class absolutely love this.
Well, and people who are not in our classes come to us and say, oh, I love dancing with your students. They're the best people out there on the dance floor.
So we know it works. And it's really good for beginning dancers because it helps people remember and gain confidence, so that it's like once you just get a couple of 3 of these basic elements past the basic rhythm patterns, then you can go dance really styling and cool all night long. It's really awesome. For advanced dancers, it helps you steal moves because you can analyze what's going on in other people's moves really well. And you can also create fuller skill of Salsa Connection and the technique of doing these basic patterns.
So we want to share our project with you. You guys are going to love this. All you have to do is go to our website, www.salsa-challenge.com, and join our email list. There's a couple different ways you can do that. Once you join, confirm that you'd like to be on the list, and you will be directed over immediately to the free video. You can watch it on the internet, or you can download it and have it on your computer. So check it out. We've got a really cool player. It's right there for you to investigate and try out all the cool features that we have. And then there's links to our store there, or you can just visit our store anytime to buy our Download Now videos. There's 9 of them, and they're also all available right here on our Salsa Gigs, which is the 4 gig jump drive you can plug into any USB port and see all 9 of the videos right there. So we're looking forward to hearing you guys' feedback and seeing you guys